Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to Gail's Low Carb Recipe Ideas. Today we're going to make a low carb sesame chicken thighs. They are delicious and I'm trying to do different recipes with chicken because we eat a lot of chicken and I thought you would really enjoy this one. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. I have 5 chicken thighs. They're a nice size, and the first thing I'm going to do is my favorite spice, which is Herbamare. If you don't have it, you can use salt and pepper, but I'm going to sprinkle Herbamare on both sides of my chicken thighs. And the chicken thighs have the bone in and skin on. I thoroughly love having chicken thighs, and my one recipe that I did the chicken thighs with onions. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. It's so good. Absolutely delicious. I really don't know what the measurement is on this, but if you just take your time and sprinkle them, that'll be perfect. So I'm just going to set that aside and then we're going to make the sauce. So in this larger bowl, I'm going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of soya sauce. My spatula here, and I'm using Braggs. You can see that there. It's a liquid soya seasoning. The carb count's really good on it. 5 mils, 0 calories, and everything's 0 on it. No sugar. It's an excellent brand to use. The next we're going to add in is 2 tablespoons of sugar-free, I'm using Pancake mix, but if you have sugar-free maple syrup, that would be awesome. I picked this up at Kroger's because I can't seem to find it anywhere here in Canada. So we're going to add in 2 tablespoons, so pour it in. Now let's add in a tablespoon of sesame oil. See if I can get some more out of the bowl, I don't have a small spatula to try and clean it out. And the sesame seed oil that I'm using, if you can see it, it's right there. And then let's add in 1 or half a tablespoon of minced garlic. Now my garlic, I've said many times in our video that I don't mince it anymore. I buy the Kirkland brand right here. It's awesome. I can't believe how much garlic I use now because I don't have to use the presser and press it. So the next thing we're going to add in is 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. And then I've got a half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. All right, let's get this all stirred up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a tablespoon of the sauce and I'm just going to set it aside because I'm going to add it onto one side of the thighs once I get them cooking. So now I'm just going to take my thighs and I'm going to just put them in the mixture. Just turn them and swish them around a bit. These are big thighs. And if you want more sauce, you can double up on it. It's all up to what you prefer. Get the other ones in here. And I got one more to go here. Okay, I'm going to just set them in the fridge for about 15 minutes. You can leave them in longer, but I'm going to get ready to cook them right away, so we'll just let them marinate a little bit in the fridge. So I've marinated them for about 15 minutes. I'm just going to give them a couple of little turns here. And we're going to put them in our ovenware dish. Get myself organized here. And I'm going to put the thighs in with the skin down. Whoop, it's slippery. Oh, the sesame seed oil smells so delicious. I love that smell. So put your thighs in, skin down. Now we're going to do it a little different. I've put the oven on broil. Now in my new oven I have a high broil and I have a low broil. So I've put it on low, and I'm going to put it in the oven about 6 inches underneath the broiler. And I'm going to leave the door open just a little. I'm going to jar it a little bit, and I'm going to let it cook for about 6 to 7 minutes. So we're going to put it in the oven. So I am going to just have it about 6 inches, and I have it on low, and we'll put the timer on, and I'll just keep an eye. And I'm just going to keep the oven door ajar a little bit, and then we will go from there. I ended up turning my broiler on high because I felt my low wasn't as good as the high. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn them over, and I kept them in the oven the one side for about 8 minutes, and now I'm going to turn them over and I'm going to put them back in the oven, and I do have the broiler on high, and we will broil the top part. So I just removed it from the oven. I put it on high broil for about 5 minutes, and now I'm going to put it on the lower rack and keep it on high broil and just let it cook in the oven. So I've just taken it out of the oven, and I had it on high broil for about 5 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is turn my thighs over again. Seems silly to do all this, but it's really worth it in the long run. So we're going to turn them over, and I'm going to put them on the lowest rack in the oven. Leave it on high broil. So now I have it at the bottom rack, and I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to put it on for about 10 minutes, but I'm going to keep checking just to make sure all's good. So the thighs were in there for 10 more minutes. Now I'm going to take them and turn them over one more time. So we have the skin side up. And that little bit of sauce that I put aside, we will put on the top of each thigh. And we're going to put it back in the oven approximately 5 minutes, and then we should be ready to serve. So we'll just get this on here. We eat a lot of chicken, so I always like to have lots and lots of different recipes with chicken. So I really hope you enjoy this one. So I'll put it back in the oven. Broil's on high still. So I just took it out of the oven. They were in there for 10 minutes. And with the extra sauce I put on top, I'm going to let it sit there for probably about between 5 and 10 minutes. Just let them sit, and then I will serve. So here is my low-carb sesame thighs. You could sprinkle sesame seeds on them if you'd like. It's up to you. I didn't this time. So let's give it a try and taste. Nice flavor. It's very mild. Got a little bit of sweetness. Really like it. If you'd like to go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com, you could find this recipe and try some of my other ones. It's very good. You give it a try. It's a nice change. Take care. Bye now.